Chris tells us about his experiences at Universal Orlando's Mardi Gras event on episode 342 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Hello everybody, it is me, your host Tracy. I hope this show finds you all in fine fettle. With me today, I have Lee.
Hello everyone.
And I have Chris.
Hey you.
And still no Darren. No.
See, someone should have done the introduction as that Les Bon Temple Air, whatever it is.
Pardon?
What's the good times? Let the good times roll. What is it, Chris? You should know.
Nope, I don't know it. I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah. It's like French for
Well, I gather it's French,
let
yes.
the good times roll.
That says Los Bon Temps ruler.
There you go.
Yeah.
Chris
Something
isn't
like
French,
that.
as you can tell.
I had a Bon Tempe organ as a kid. That was a good time organ.
No, behave yourself. No, it was not a good time organ. That's something else. Anyway, we've covered an awful lot of Mardi Gras on the show this year.
Well, yes. Yes, we have. So, before we get into all things Mardi Gras, we have a little announcement first, don't we, Lee?
Yeah, I kind of teased it a couple of weeks ago, actually, but we've decided that we are going to be joining in with a little partnership with our good friends Nikki and Gabe from over at the Theme Park Duo. Basically just a mutual promotion type of thing. You know, everyone's got a podcast network now, and I thought, I don't want to do that. It's a bit cliche. Mm-hmm. But it's nice to sort of reach out to like-minded people. And we got on with Nikki and Gabe so well. They're kind of like the American counterparts of me and Tracy, to be honest, because like that
poor buggers, don't
husband
say that.
and wife
sort
of podcast duo type of thing. You will get to interact with them at some point, Chris, because the plan is that it's times when we'll go on their show or they'll come on ours, and they're really cool. But you know, we think for us it's a match made in heaven because they're out in the West Coast, so they get to cover everything over there, Disneyland and Knott's Berry Farm, but obviously Universal Hollywood. They're actually out there yesterday.
They were.
Just before I was talking to Gabe putting this together, and they do some really good coverage on their show and on the social media of Universal Hollywood. I think if you go back to one of the shows last year, I think we mentioned it with Maddie when we had Maddie on. They did an interview with two of the performers from the Waterworld show, which was really, really interesting. I mean, that for all that film's garbage, that show is unreal. Everyone raves about it. But yeah, so we're going to be mutually promoting each other. You'll hear we've already worked out a little thing that Gabe and Nikki are going to be recording for us shortly for something that's coming to Orlando, but will be in Hollywood first. That we discussed on the show last week. But you can find their podcast anywhere you'll find us, basically. So just search for Theme Park Duo and head over to themeparkduo.com to check out their website. And of course, if you reach out to them, let them know you heard them because of us. Mm-hmm. And a nice little match made in heaven.
Exciting.
So do they have a British version of me and Darren on their show, or?
No, it's just them two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Get the bizarro version of all of us.
That would have been fun. That could have been weird, actually, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be thinking now.
Cool.
Yeah.
So there you
awesome.
go.
Yeah.
Exciting times. Okay, right. So, Chris, you visited Universal Orlando a couple of weeks ago to check out Mardi Gras 2019.
Yes.
I am, reining in my jealousy. But
Well, you'll be there soon enough.
Yes.
yes, we will. So, we're going to break it down into sections. So, it's bite-sized chunks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the event then. So, atmosphere, street performers, etc.
If you've never been to a Mardi Gras event over there, there's a
rubbing
lot
it
of
in.
things.
That's what Blake said the same thing when we talked to him.
So if you've never been to one before, there's a lot of things going on during Mardi Gras, right? Not just the concerts, not just the parades. They also have, like you mentioned, they have street performers, and they even have a band that plays in the streets. I know this year, I think they have 3 different ones, and these are all bands from New Orleans. They bring them in, they do their, traditional style music in there, and it's cool. It's a lot of similarities to last year, and it's kind of one of our favorite things to do. Around midday, they will set up the band, and they'll just be playing on the street, and it just kind of becomes this big block party. And there's street performers. You can take a bunch of pictures, and they're doing, I don't know if it's an official dance, but they're all kind of in sync, and they're just hanging around, and it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun, and a lot of people do hang around there too at that time.
That's an interesting thing to point out then, Chris. So Mardi Gras, generally the event usually starts around lunchtime then, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I always wondered. I assumed it was kind of like a later on in the evening type event, but I suppose when they've got the concerts, then you want to give time for people to get in.
It's also good for people with younger children who aren't going to be staying out too late as well.
True.
Gives everybody a fair
you'll definitely see at least the street. I don't know if you call them street performers or the guys on stilts walking around on all the dress ups. You'll see them earlier on, just kind of hanging out. It was they're a blast. I don't know if Maddie had mentioned there was this one there when I actually met her over there. This one street performer there, which was, I believe, a friend of Maddie's, kind of hiding in the middle of the street.
Right.
She wasn't really hiding, and would literally just kind of like not scare people, just kind of like, hey, like that. And then we're just there staring at her doing this, and she was a trip, and people were just getting, terrified. They're right in front of her, but I guess they're not looking down because she's like lying on the floor almost doing this.
All right.
And then she like scared a couple people. She's like, that was my Halloween Horror Nights edition. So we'll see. But yeah, those guys are all fun. A lot of energy. They do a great job over there doing that. And then, like I said, the band as well. They're great. They're there maybe, I think normally they're out there for like maybe half an hour to an hour. They're not there too long, at least from when we saw them. But again, really cool. Here's some kind of traditional, Mardi Gras, jazzy kind of music, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. But, is that an hour at a time? Did they do little sets, or is it just a sort of hour one-off?
I'd be lying to you if I told you the official answer on that. We saw them there. They're usually there towards, I want to say like 3-4 o'clock, kind of around the time that they're opening up the food tents.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's kind of like the real start of the whole like Mardi Gras thing. And then, you'll see a lot more street performers walking around and all that. So,
yeah.
But yeah, they're, in comparison to previous years, similar, formula. Uh-huh. But obviously the outfits and all that stuff on the performers, those are all themed to the floats that they are on or walking around. So, you'll get a different view of whatever the theming is, or you'll get an early preview of the theming with the characters kind of walking around.
Cool.
Yeah, because I know one of the things when we spoke to Blake, one of the things he really likes about the street performers is they're out on the streets before the parade, sort of making those connections with people. And if you want to, if you step out of your comfort zone and interact with them, then you'll get that payoff that because those street performers are also the performers as part of the parade.
Yes.
They will recognize you when you stood watching the parade as well, and you'll get that interaction back as well because they'll remember you from sort of that street interaction, which is cool.
Yeah, yeah. And they will take 1,000 pictures with you because there was, if you grab one, it's like, hey, can grab a quick picture. They'll get together. And then you'll see like a crowd of people like rush over there and start, oh, hey, one more picture. And they're all cool about it, put a big smile on and they take their pictures. So it's if you want to grab some cool pictures, definitely be around there when the food's opening up, and you'll be seeing a lot of guys out there.
I think that's the difference between something like this and Halloween Horror Nights. It seems to be like Horror Nights has become, the scare zones have become sort of photo ops, and I think it annoys people a little bit because the scare actors can't do the jobs as much as a lot of people want them to because they're too busy taking pictures. Whereas something like Mardi Gras, it's geared up for that more, isn't it?
Yeah, I would say it's the non-scary version of Horror Nights because they still kind of hang around there. You take your pictures, so yeah, that's a good comparison there.
I love because we watched Tim Tracker's video, and I love that you can still take a theme park that we know so well, and they don't do too much to it. It doesn't like completely transform like Horror Nights is. I know we keep making the comparison to Horror Nights, but Horror Nights, you walk into that park and it feels like a different theme park when you walk into Horror Nights on a night. Whereas Mardi Gras, they do, they decorate it, but not as much as they do with Horror Nights. Yet, just watching his video, it still feels like it's a different place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, especially the area where they have all the food tents and everything, they really decked it out. The French Quarter, yes.
Yeah.
So it is. I will say the Mardi Gras event is heavily concentrated in that area.
Yeah.
Near the stage and all that. But for what it's worth, when you're there, you're kind of sucked into that world.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. I love the music. For somebody who doesn't like things that are bright and loud, this is something that I'm so excited about and can't wait for. It's just everything I want.
Again, I think it comes from, yes, Mardi Gras is cool and it's something we've never experienced, but it's, again, being able to experience a theme park that you know and love so much in a different light.
Yeah. Well, on top of that, you also have, a ton of food tents, which we'll get to later.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. I am on a mission with the diet. Definitely. Elasticated waistbands. That's the plan.
I feel like we should get into the food now, but no.
No, we're saving the food. Stop it. This is not your show tonight, young man. I asked you if you wanted to host. Go away. We're going to talk concerts next. Aren't we, Chris?
Yes.
Yes.
We are. So I mentioned, there's the music playing on the streets, and that's not the concerts we want to talk about. On select nights, they do have a lineup of people that perform, and we were able to see two. We saw Gavin DeGraw, both on stage and off stage.
I was just going to say, quite literally. I think Darren got a dig in at you last time. It's like, oh yeah, Chris is in Sapphire Falls meeting with celebrities.
We're bouging it up now, Yeah. It was Gavin DeGraw and Dan and Shay. So Gavin DeGraw, old, I wouldn't say 90s, but it's older music. It's good though. And the Dan and Shay was a country band.
All right.
So obviously, I guess I didn't know too much about Dan and Shay. I've heard the music before. Alexa was really looking forward to it. And you can really, it was funny to see the differences between the two. Because a Gavin DeGraw concert, it got busy. There were a lot of people there, but it wasn't, completely at capacity or, feeling like you're, shoulder to shoulder with everybody around you. Mm-hmm. Whereas the Dan and Shay one was at capacity before, before the concert even started.
Wow.
And it was tight there. They both did awesome job. I will say one thing that Universal does great there is their audio. The audio is just amazing in that field. It's great. They can play anything. It'll just sound good.
It's a perfect setup for that, though, isn't it? I mean, when they built that stage for Rip Ride Rocket and that, it was perfect for what they were going to use it for.
Yeah.
Chris, what concerts have you seen at Mardi Gras previously? Like anyone major? Did you go to, say, Fall Out Boy?
No, I didn't go to that one. I think the Dan and Shay is going to be the biggest one that we've, or at least the most crowded one we've seen. I saw UB40 there, which we enjoyed it, but that was much less, crowded.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to see what else we saw. Oh, we saw Foreigner.
Okay.
They're pretty big.
A little bit of Foreigner. Yeah, they're pretty big. And they had a pretty good crowd there. And obviously, for people going out there to see a concert, if you haven't done it before and you really like the band that you want to see, they have a queue at the beginning, towards the front of the stage that you'll see people queuing up there. And depending how big the band is, they will queue up for hours. So and it gets you there right in the front.
Yeah.
And the setup was nice too. I will say, I don't remember if they did it last year or not, but they had like the railings, when the concert's getting ready to start, they have a path strictly for people trying to leave the park. And there's signs there. There's everybody there telling you like, go down this center if you want to leave, because if not, people just stand there and crowd up the streets.
Yeah.
Or go to the left or right if you want to watch the band and then, take a space up over there. So that was nice. That helps with crowd control.
Yeah.
One of the cool things that they had this year was like a food pickup spot set up at the stage. And I think Universal's just trying to push for using the app more. It's the same exact thing that you would do like at a restaurant when you order and pick up there, but now they're delivering it there to the food plaza. They cut it off. When we were there, they cut it off like at 7 p.m. It was like from 3 to 7. So it's like if you're hanging around the area and want to grab something but not walk away, you can do that. And I think to get people there, and I know you guys saw this, but to get people to start using it, they offered and we're going back to Horror Nights, but they offered a Horror Nights staple, the pizza fries.
Oh, yeah.
It was funny, the girl on Tim Tracker's video when she was telling about, she was hilarious.
She was brilliant.
Pizza fries!
I haven't seen that video yet.
And she was funny.
I'm going to go watch it. I'm just curious to see if it's the same exact girl, because the girl that was there with us was ton of energy throughout her hashtag. Said, follow me on this. I'm like, what? Maybe the same girl.
I wouldn't be surprised.
You can only get the pizza fries there. Couldn't get it anywhere else.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like, hey, try out the app. I think it's more of a learning or a teaching thing that they're trying to do to the guests coming in.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But the concerts, they were, we enjoyed it. They were great. There was a really cool video for Dan and Shay. I guess this was they're like up and coming, and this was the largest venue they've played yet.
Wow. So
if you go to their Instagram, they actually recorded and they told you, like, they stopped the concert. They're like, hey, we want to grab a cool video. Everybody get hype, yada, yada, yada. And they recorded a video and they put that on their Instagram. So you get to watch. You can see how big, and when we saw the Instagram video, we didn't think about this, but you can see how many people are there and how big this area is. Because from the backside, like from when we're standing looking forward, it looks much smaller. From the stage looking out, it looks like a giant spot.
Wow.
So yeah, you can go online and see that video. It was cool.
Cool. I will manage expectations, Tracy, with the annual passes that we have for next year. We can't get into the concerts, but if anyone comes on who we really, really, really want to see, we can increase our annual passes.
What do you mean by that?
What do I mean by what?
With our annual passes, we can't.
We're blacked out.
So we can't go to the park.
No, we're blacked out from Mardi Gras on weekends.
On concert nights, right?
On concert nights.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Uh-oh.
I don't like the word blackout. We're only there for a short while. We have words. Put it this way. Jade is keeping her fingers firmly crossed that BTS are going to be playing.
I don't think BTS will ever play Mardi Gras at Universal Orlando.
But you can hope. Bless her.
I can't see that happening.
That'd be shocking.
Because they've just announced the final one, say just like a week or so ago, haven't they? It's Prince Royce, who was there every year.
Yeah, which I think he's kind of big in the Spanish music
scene.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Not all the way. Yeah. I have no idea who he is.
Not a name we're familiar with aside from this. Yeah.
Announcing him on Mardi Gras concerts every year on the show.
That's it.
It would be a cool experience to see a band inside Universal Orlando, because you think that they used to do loads, didn't they? Because not only did they do Mardi Gras, but they used to do the summer concert series as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's cool. I mean, we enjoy it. Like, we've stayed. Like I said, UB40, we actually did like that band because we're like 80 years old on that inside. But but I think we stayed once to see somebody else just a little bit. Had no idea who it was, but it was, you're there in the park, and you have the crowds and it, like a good vibe of crowds, not this crazy thing. And like I said, the audio is great there. Why not just hang out and watch a free concert?
Exactly.
Well, that's the thing. You're already there. It's not like, again, we said it to Blake. I think the amazing thing about Mardi Gras is it's not costing you any more to experience it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, there's so many people you go, well, I haven't heard of them. I haven't heard of them. Do you know what? If you're there, go and have a listen. You might find somebody new that you like.
Right.
You
so
know.
in fairness, Tracy and I went to see Shinedown a few years ago.
Yeah.
And they were supported by a band called Hailstorm, who at the time we had no clue who they were, and they were amazing.
Yes.
And I'm
So
a
good.
big fan of Hailstorm now.
Yes.
Nice.
Shanda were also amazing.
They were, but we came out of the
Talking about
concert
Hailstorm.
talking about Hailstorm, not Shinedown.
Yes. Anyway, Hailstorm aren't playing Mardi Gras.
That I would definitely go and see them if they were.
You'd queue for the hours beforehand.
Yeah.
He does early entrance just to wait in line.
Right. Let's take a quick ad break and go and see what sort of party Mouse Muggle are having.
Mouse Muggle Travel Company, our services are completely free to you. We don't just do Universal. We can do Disney. We can actually do anything. I don't know if anybody knows that. We can do anything. We can book absolutely anything, and it's super easy. We have a website. Just go to mousemuggle.com, and we have a link there for a free quote request. You just fill it out. That email comes straight to me, and either Robin or I will handle it, or if we're a little bombarded, then we'll send you off to one of our expert agents. But we'll take good care of you. So reach out to us at any time.
Okay, welcome back. So we are still talking Mardi Gras with Chris.
We're at the main events now, though, aren't we?
The main events. Yes,
Working our way up.
indeedy. So, we're going to talk something that I really love. Obviously, I haven't seen it in person yet, next year, but I love watching the videos of the parades. So, well, the parade. I was going to say the parade floats, but you know what I mean. So, parade.
Yeah.
Chris, did you get on a float this year?
No, we didn't. I signed up for it though, but we signed up too late. I must have missed the email, and then by the time we knew when we were going to go, they were all filled up. I thought we were going to get on because if you go to the website, it won't tell you that they're full. But then somebody on the pass holder page had mentioned that every single night on the weekends are sold out or maxed out.
Yeah,
there's a couple like random daytimes during the week that you could do it, but obviously we weren't there to do that. But we're okay with it, right? Because you were already king and queen last year.
There we go.
I
See?
knew it was coming.
I have to humble brag on that one. I mean, that's literally one of our most epic Universal experiences
Hey,
we've
I
ever
can
done.
Do you
Imagine.
know what? I would be talking about it for years if it was us
Yeah.
as well.
We still talk. Me and Alexa still talk about it. Like, hey, we were king and queen. It's okay. we did want to do it again. It was a blast.
Yeah.
And if you've never done it before, and you think it might be something cool, it's cool, even if you're on any float, because it's you're throwing out beats, a lot of energy. You get to go behind the stage, and you almost feel like you're working an event, but in a fun way. And so if you have the opportunity to do it, I would say do it. Sign up to the thing. The thing we didn't want to do was there's a queue that like a standby line, but I think we were checking again. I think on the pass holder page or somewhere else, like the queue line, because since there's 20 million people on that page, you can find out everything in the park, right?
Yeah.
They were saying, oh, the line is wrapped around to here, so it was like maybe a couple hour wait. I'm like, I'm not gonna wait a couple hours. Like if it was like 20 minutes or 30 minutes, like we did last time, coincidentally, then I'll do it. But if not, it's killing our park time.
Yeah.
So, and even though we were there a couple days with all the stuff, all the different things going on, we felt like we didn't even have enough time to do that. Funny enough. But yeah, the parade, the theming was, I forgot that, nautical
Party
theming.
animals, wasn't it?
This year, party animals. Yeah.
Nautical, because there was this one float that just kept on coming by that stuck to my head. But it was animals. It was cool. I mean, again, you have the same guys that were there earlier doing the street performances are there walking in front or behind. And like you said, I mean, they're all interacting with the audience. So if they remembered you, that would be cool. If not, they still came up to you, gave you a high five, and everything's cool.
That feels special, doesn't it? There's nothing, even as a 43-year-old guy, if I'm stood watching a parade, Doesn't matter whether it's a Disney or a Universal or whatever. If someone waves at you or you get a high five or they say something to you, it makes you feel like a little kid again.
Yeah.
I remember watching the parade in the Magic Kingdom, and because it wasn't our anniversary, but it was our anniversary year, and we weren't kicking the ass away from our anniversary. We decided we'd get anniversary buttons. And it's Cinderella month, whatever.
Yeah.
Waving at us, and it makes you, whatever. Makes you feel like a kid again. It's like, oh, Cinderella just waved at me, even though it's not Cinderella. It's just some woman dressed up.
It was Cinderella.
But it's cool.
It is.
You'd feel even more special because then you also have all the people on the parade floats like pointing at you and throwing beads right at you. So
Trying to decapitate you with beads.
there's a lot of those guys out there doing that. But it was really nice. And I know I heard on the last podcast that there was colored beads for each of the floats. And
yeah.
That was Maddie said that, wasn't it? That a boyfriend had told her, yeah.
Yeah, I looked back at the collection of beads we had, and there's a lot of colors there. So I'm going to say, that was a thing.
That's so cool. Again, because like you think back to the first year we did Horror Nights, so they had the Parade of the Dead, and it was the same thing. People throwing beads out from
loads
from there.
A ton.
Yeah.
more than we could possibly bring home.
What is cool to me that we were talking about when we were over there is how much work it is to build these floats every year, right? Because they're detailed. They're not like, paper mache piece on the side and you're done. It's a full on float. One of them had fire, the other one had like this spray and air and all this kind of stuff. So
there was the bubbles one as well.
Like that. Yeah. And the confetti, one of the confetti cannons.
Yeah.
And then the light packages on them are unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was really good. And actually, if you follow the UUO podcast Instagram account, you could have seen it live streamed. So you should follow us at UUO podcast.
Yes, Chris, your Instagram work that weekend was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we were just trying. I have to give credit to Alexa. She was she was really putting in the work there while I was busy eating.
Thank you, Alexa.
But yeah, we streamed it on there, and it was a cool parade to watch, and we actually saw it twice because we were there a couple nights. Yeah, we were gonna do it a third time, but we were all beat it out.
Yeah.
So
the interesting thing, like you say there, Chris, that those floats, they're not just like temporary things, and you think it's only been up until, was it last year, the first year they started doing the parade? Like before, it was only on concert nights. It was only on the weekend, wasn't it? It was like Friday, Saturday, maybe a Sunday. It's only been, I'm sure it's only been the last couple of years that they do it during the week as well. So you got to think they made those floats for maybe 3 nights a week.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it this year that they just started doing it every night?
No, I thought it was last year as well. I'm pretty sure it was last year as well.
Okay. Even so, yeah, you're right. You're spending all this time building, these floats for a couple days a week.
Well, it's like Horror Nights. I know we keep bringing Horror Nights up, but you
can't. Did you notice you keep saying the word we?
No, it wasn't just me.
Title this show Horror Nights / Mardi Gras.
But it's like they're the two main events really at Universal. And if you're going to compare two, it's those two you compare together. I mean, we did with Blake when we spoke to him. But it's like Horror Nights. They put so much work into those houses, and they literally pull them down after. What, like 8 weeks, 9 weeks now? Yeah. And it's crazy.
I know. It's amazing as well.
And let me tell you, these guys are putting a lot of work into the Mardi Gras as well. Yeah. It's still surprising me a little bit that it's, and I don't want to, give it away to Universal, but it's not an upcharge event, right? Like it's still included in your park ticket. And there's no, they don't kind of skimp around on it. They just give you the full on experience. So, that's a nice little plus.
Next best thing to the real thing, isn't it?
It is, because it's funny, like especially in Orlando, it's not something like Disney do Halloween, SeaWorld do Halloween, Busch Gardens do Halloween, so you can kind of get your fix at any of the other parks. They all do Christmas. But as far as I'm aware, Universal's the only one that does Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what started that. I looked that up.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could have asked us this. We could have asked Blake last
Right?
week.
Yeah.
But yeah, because next year is the 25th anniversary. Next year's a massive year for Universal Orlando, right?
I know. We're gonna be
Because
there.
it's the 30th anniversary of the opening of Universal Studios Florida.
Yeah.
It'd be Halloween Horror Nights 30,
Yeah.
Mardi Gras 25.
Yeah.
It's a huge year for that park.
Yeah.
And you guys get to go.
Twice. Hopefully.
So, did you have a favourite float?
Ah, good question.
Thank you.
I think it was I can't remember the animal it was on it. I think it was like the ice one.
Oh, the
That one.
With a polar bear with
That-
a jester hat on.
Yeah, it was the Arctic one.
The Arctic one, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why that one just kind of stood out to us. We kind of like that one. That one had the air on top, like the steam, I guess, coming out. I forgot, but it was a really cool float.
Was that the
So,
one with
I
a
think-
whale on it then, Chris?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was stunning.
Because Blake said that was his little nod to Halloween Horror Nights, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
He likes to get an air
fog.
blast in there, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was right, yeah.
Yeah, that was probably our favorite.
How long does it last, Chris?
It was, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes.
That's quite long, isn't it, really, for parade, when you think about it? Because Universal, I think it's something that they should do more of. The Superstar Parade's all right, but it's quite short.
Mm-hmm.
Or I think it feels shorter than it is. And if you're not stood in one of those places where it stops and they sort of do the sort of dance stops, it's kind of a strange parade. Yet you look at like Disney, parades are a staple
Oh, yeah.
of Disney parks. And Universal, they've sort of dabbled in it, but never really sort of made it a regular thing, whereas Mardi Gras is their real sort of, this is what we can do as far as a parade goes.
Yeah, flexing.
How many floats are there? I'm assuming 12.
12?
Because last year was Zodiac.
Yeah, because Blake said there was 6 new ones and 6
Yeah.
are like the classic
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah, I would say like 15 minutes
Okay.
would be like from first float to the end of the float.
It's
To
those-
the last float.
It's the poor buggers who have to clean up after it with all that confetti and beads everywhere. That's all I watch it now. You can tell I'm an old fart because I watch it and think, oh my God, it must be a nightmare to clean up after that.
Well, you got a ton of kids there that actually pick up all the beads,
Fair.
right? So you don't have to worry about that. And then I've seen people literally collect confetti on the floor. So
Really?
I saw some people picking up that. I guess they want to take that as a souvenir. So more
People
power to
collect
them.
weird stuff, don't they, I suppose?
Yeah. Some people have a stamp collection. Some people have confetti collection.
How was the bead tree this year, Chris?
It was nice and heavy.
I love that people do that. I love that it's not an official thing, and that but it kind of has become an official thing.
We will be adding to it next
It's
year.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah. And we noticed, unless I'm crazy, but there was another tree as well. Not just like the main one that, at least the one that we've always thrown it on, which is an awkward tree to throw it on because it goes right over a street where cars are driving.
Where is it exactly, Chris?
The tree?
Yeah.
It is. So it's on like one of the, crosswalks inside the parking garage, but you have a road. This is the one I know of mainly. There's literally the road right there that kind of takes you throughout the park or throughout the resort. And this tree kind of has branches that are right there near the street. So like, you have tons of beads on there. I'm going to assume not everyone makes it on there.
No.
So to me, it was just interesting. But then one of the nights that we went there, we parked in like a different section of the garage. So it's really just a toss up where you're going to be parked at.
Right.
But then when we were going back to the car, I noticed a tree full of beads, and it wasn't, at least the one that I think of when I think of Mardi Gras tree, it wasn't that one. So maybe people made another tree if you're going down that other path. So maybe I had the wrong tree from the beginning. Who knows?
And what are you thinking, Lee? Somebody's got to clean that tree up.
Well, they do take it down every year, don't they? So someone's got to go and do it.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what they do with all the beads.
Give them a wash and recycle them for next year.
Probably.
That's the right thing to do as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know.
I can't wait to see the parade in person.
Yeah.
It just
It's so
looks,
energetic.
Yeah, it looks like so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's about it, isn't it?
No, it bloody is. Now, Chris, I kept your secret, by the way. She does not
Did
know.
you? Oh, it's going to be a nice grand reveal.
Okay. I'm a bit nervous now. Right, let's finally talk about food and this $60 annual pass tasting lanyard.
Yes. Yeah, they have a lanyard. That's about it. And the food was good.
Good.
So basically, I decided that because of this tasting lanyard, Chris was going out. Let's do a proper review this year. There you go. Get the annual pass one. So explain that lanyard, Chris, first off.
Yeah, so this is the first time that Universal do this. You have the tasting lanyard. You had 3 different options that you could buy. There was a 5-item one, a 10-item, and a 15-item that was exclusive to pass holders.
Yes.
The one that we got, it was $60. The other ones, I don't remember the price off the top of my head.
I think it was 50 and 35, I think, if I remember rightly.
So if you've got an annual pass, it makes sense to get the
It makes total
$60
sense because
$60 one.
yeah, because you're paying $4 an item at that point,
Yeah.
which is great. So even if you have a family, then you'll burn through that pass. If it's just you by yourself and you're hungry, I guess you can burn through that pass too. But it's a little more difficult. But yeah, the lanyard gives you 15 items that you can try. Now, what they did this year that's a little different, right? Before you had full plates, and they have now the sample sizes of the items.
Yeah,
they are small, right? But I personally like this idea or the way they did it this year a lot more, just because you got to have a little bit of more thing, a little bit of variety here, right?
Yeah. Rather than having
opposed
to
to-
make that decision of, do I want that or do I want that? You just go, I can just have everything.
Exactly. And that went not only for the food items, but for the beers as well. So all the beers that they had there on tap, instead of giving you a 9 ounce or a 10 ounce, they give you like a smaller one. It's the same size that you go like to wine and food festivals.
Mm-hmm.
That smaller cup, which is like, I think 4 ounces or 5 ounces, you can use one of your items on that as well.
Which is ideal because you can try so many different ones,
Yeah.
And you're not going to get hammered.
Exactly. Yeah. And the beer and the stuff they had there was really good. Let's see.
So yeah, I've always said, going off a little bit, I've always said that I think if they did a tasting size butterbeer, they would probably sell a lot of them, because you see a lot of people buying butterbeers in the park that have never had it before, get halfway down it and be either it's just too sickly, or my head's hurting because it's too bloody cold, or whatever.
I've got diabetes.
Whereas if they did like a flight of butterbeer testing, like a cold, a frozen, and a hot,
And a pumpkin juice.
I'd buy it. I think it'd be actually quite cool.
Yeah.
I just think that's a lot of plastic.
Who said they were in plastic?
They are in plastic.
They don't exist, so they can't be in plastic.
Mm-hmm.
The flights
No.
I'm talking about don't
Yes, I know.
exist, so they're not in anything.
I know,
They're in my mind.
but that's another size of
And that's
plastic.
recyclable.
They use the beets, they melt them down to make cups.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So, you can have everything there that they have. Everything has a sample size, except for the twisted taters. For
Right.
some reason, you don't have a sample size of that, and the pass does not work on that. I think I don't know. I think it could be a way to just make somebody spend a little extra money to buy that, because everybody's always after those twisted taters for some reason.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I've had them before and I wasn't overly impressed.
I'm not a big fan of them.
No.
I don't know. They're not crispy enough to me.
Yeah, I agree. Because I had one at Busch Gardens when we met up with Darren when we came over before, and I expected it to be crispy, and it was quite soggy.
Mm.
Yeah, I was disappointed because they look cool.
Yeah.
And then you go, oh, is that it? It's a Twinkie all over again.
The thing about the lanyard is as well, you don't have to use it all in one day, do you?
No, you can use it through the end of the event. I was saying if you can use it after the event, only because you're able to use that lanyard for bottled waters and I think pretzels as well at the stands.
So if you
you're
didn't
on
get
the
through
other
it,
side of the park,
yeah,
you
That's
can use
good.
that. Exactly.
So for like
And,
you guys over the course of a weekend, it's not like you have to fill your boots all in one night. You go, well, we'll have a little bit tonight and a little bit tomorrow night.
I mean, of course, I am saying you don't have to use it all in one day. Thinking, how am I going to wangle getting one for every day?
Did you get to keep that lanyard afterwards as well, Chris?
yeah, we have it here at home.
That's a cool little souvenir as well.
Yeah, what's nice about it too is that you can actually recharge that lanyard. So, eco-friendly right there. Instead
I like
of
that.
a lot of, I've been to ones before where it's like a paper that they, clip out they put a hole punch through it. And this one's, they just scan it each time.
I was
The
just gonna
process
ask how
was
they do
very
it.
smooth, very easy. So
Excellent.
it's really good. Yeah. And
If
the
you
pricing,
forget-
like I said,
If you forget, Chris, how many you've used, can you just go up to like a kiosk and ask them to scan it and tell you how many items are left?
Yep.
Cool.
And that's what we had to do because we were there a couple days. So, we kind of forgot and we were trying to space them out as much as we can throughout the whole time, even though, we ate a lot. So it's 15 items. And speaking of the food,
Oh, yes.
food was really good. We actually liked it a lot this year. There were a couple new unique items. Now, I'm not a big seafood fan. I've had some, so that's why I had to bring my counterpart and have her eat all the seafood items, which she gave me no trouble. She goes, absolutely. Yeah, I'll
Well,
do
there's a
that.
quick question then, Chris. For someone that doesn't eat seafood, because we've had this conversation for coming over next year, that Tracy's not a massive seafood eater. And I've looked at it briefly and thought, there's not a lot you're going to be able to eat then. As someone who doesn't eat a lot of seafood, did you still have a lot? Was there a lot for you to be able to try?
Not a lot, but the items that I did try, I fell in love with and had to eat them again.
Okay.
So
That's good.
there were some really good items I loved personally. Like I said, on the seafood side, everything looked nice. And there's a bunch of pictures that we posted up on the Instagram as well. So you can check that out. There was nothing there that she didn't, say the taste was bad.
Yeah.
The etouffee, that was nice. The po' boys, she loved those. Now that has shrimp inside of it, I think.
Oh, yes.
And so they do shrimp and some sausages in there, and they slice up the sausages, andouille sausages. Now, if you don't like shrimp, like I don't, they also had chicken po' boys. So it's pieces of chicken instead of the shrimp and sliced up andouille sausages in there.
Yes, please. Both of them.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting.
Oh.
They made this slaw this year, and I got it. They gave it with everything, right? So, like, we started off with the gator bites, which were really good, and I've had a lot of gator bites before, and these were actually like good quality gator bites, I would say, because I've had really bad ones before.
They were Maddie's favorite.
They were great, and they were, it's not a big portion, so then that's why you can go and try a bunch of different things. But I got it like maybe twice or 3 times. I liked them a lot. And they came with this awesome dipping sauce there. Now they also give you that slaw I was talking about. So everything had it. They had some slaw in there. I'm not a slaw guy. I'm a big fan of that. Alexa had it. She loved it. She's like, this is amazing. And I'm like, I'll pass on it. I don't want to try it. And then, as we're tasting things around, they had the chicken po' boy. The chicken po' boy has the slaw inside of it.
Oh, all right.
And I was like, they can put it on the side if you want. Like, they'll do whatever you want. They're really catering over there.
That's good.
Because I even asked them to put the sausage on the side or the shrimp on the side on one of the things, and the guy was like, absolutely.
Yeah.
I was
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was funny because when I asked the guy giving out the food, one of the chefs that was there, because they go around through all the booths, kind of, overwatching all the food being prepared, he kind of overheard. And the guy that was giving the food, he's like, I don't know if we can do that. The chef turns around, he goes, absolutely, we can do that.
Yeah.
And we'll separate this. So yeah, they were on top of it. They were really on the money on that.
Yeah.
Which, bravo Universal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So So I was going to get this chicken po' boy with the slaw on the side, but for some reason, I went to go, let me try it how it is. Took a bite of this thing, and it was instant love that happened right there.
Wow.
Okay? It was so delicious. And it was not just the chicken. The chicken was good. It's just chicken.
Mm-hmm.
The sausage, I love sausage. And then Dewey sausage is amazing. But the slaw was just perfect. And the bread they used was also amazing. I think it was like a baguette style bread. So I had one of these. Then I had to have another one of these. And by the third one that I've had, because they're smaller, right?
Yeah.
I was on the second or third day. By the time I got the third one, that same chef was there, and I was just talking to him, and I was just curious, like, what's inside this slaw? I was like, man, what's inside this slaw? Because I go, this is one of the best food items I've ever had here in Universal. Like, this is great. And he was like, well, it's a slaw, so it had some carrots, sliced up, very, thinly sliced up carrots and some greens. And then the sauce is kind of a secret sauce. Literally, it had like 1,000 Island and horseradish. He says that was in there. But he goes, and the secret part is they also have the Krusty Burger sauce inside there.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That's
so they mixed
awesome.
all that together. So if you like the sauce in the Krusty Burger,
Yeah.
imagine that made into a slaw.
Wow.
And it-
See, I love coleslaw anyway.
Oh, then you'll love this. Do you like the Krusty Burger?
Yes.
Okay. You will be in heaven with this. And I even told the chef, I'm like, hey, feedback, you guys should like add this as a staple inside of Universal because this slaw was really good. And they put it on everything. So I'm assuming they were trying to maybe see how people
Test
liked
it
it.
out. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was kind of the little secret sauce that they were putting in there. And that was awesome.
It's not good to be talking about food now. I'm starving.
Some of the other stuff they had was the red beans and rice with shrimp and the jambalaya. And again, Alexa had all those items.
Yeah.
And she said it was pretty good. Now, the second part would be the desserts, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
So we first went for the king cake.
Uh-huh.
And I will say I was a little disappointed,
Okay.
right? So the flavor was there, texture was not.
Right.
This cake felt like it needed to be served warm.
Yeah, who
Right.
else said that? I've heard somebody
Yeah,
else
so
say that. Did Maddie say that?
Maddie said
Yeah.
that as well.
Yes.
And I heard other people in there also saying the same exact thing. Like it tasted great. Like the frosting they used on it almost tasted like a cinnamon roll that had like frosting on top and the sprinkles and all that. And it was good. And I actually, the weird thing was that we were eating it and she had one bite and didn't have any more. I had the rest of it. And I enjoyed the taste, but I'm like, yeah, I get you. The texture has to be a little bit more softer.
Yeah.
But that's fine. They still have beignets, which we got the beignets, and those were great. Tons of powdered sugar and dough. What more can you ask for?
See,
Something inside
See,
it. There should be something inside
There
of it.
should
I
be.
still
The
feel.
ones we got
They
weren't.
they do
weren't
give you the
right
dipping
ones.
sauce.
Yeah.
And what's the dipping sauce, Chris?
You can do chocolate, caramel, or strawberry.
Oh, caramel. Strawberry. Not chocolate.
No chocolate. No.
Yeah. But we enjoyed those. The desserts were they were good. I like them both, but like I said, the king cake, Universal, next time, warm it up.
I think the problem with beignets is by the time you've eaten one, you look like a Colombian drug lord.
You're even getting it, rubbing it on your teeth.
I remember eating it in the rental, just thinking, "Oh crap!"
Yeah, the inside of that car looked like a drug bust had happened. The kids sat
Nobody
in the back
sneeze.
covered. Yeah. I've never been a massive fan of them, to be honest. Or at least the ones we had.
The ones we had weren't proper ones. They were literally just like a crispy shell. They were hollow.
But then
There was a problem with them.
I've heard that people travel to the Port Orleans resort at Disney purely for their beignets.
Yes, but I was
Really?
given
Yeah.
those. Somebody was walking past them, and the manager said, "Are they ready?" And she kind of went, "Yeah." And she grabbed them. She said, "There you go."
You've never told
So
me
I
that.
did tell you that. So I reckon that they were destined for the bin.
In fairness, for the longest time, we called them beignets.
You did.
You did as well.
Called them donuts.
Is that the only two dessert items then, Chris?
Yeah, at least that I can remember. Those are the only two that we saw there.
Okay.
So they also had at least for the food, they also did the boil.
Oh, yeah.
Crawfish boil. Yeah. We didn't do that because we had the lanyard already. It doesn't apply in there, and it's a separate event altogether. It was really cool where they had the setup at.
It looks lovely.
You saw pictures?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Nice
cool
location.
Tim showed it on his video, and it's the perfect location for it.
It's amazing. It's amazing. It was great. They have the roof over there, so you don't get sun, and then you have the lake and everything. It was really nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Only thing is they need to advertise more on it because we didn't even know where it was on day 2.
Right.
Right.
You can walk by it as much as you would Dragon Challenge. Like it was just this one little thing there.
It's one of those things with that. It looks great because obviously there's an option for non-seafood eaters, but there isn't a vegetarian option, which means that, because literally the 3 of us going out in February, that covers all 3 of us.
She led you in quite well there, Chris.
Yeah, she did.
Hang on, I'm going to be educated here.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk about the veggie section now.
Okay.
Because I reached out to Chris and I said, actually, it's something with obviously having a vegetarian and sort of
A
semi-vegetarian
flexitarian.
in our party next year. What vegetarian options are there, Chris? And he said, I will go and find out for you.
Because, my first choice is always whatever's a vegetarian option. So,
I wish I had a drum roll.
okay.
Your veggie items, take out the S.
Oh, I was going to say it's plural. This is good. Okay.
And this will fill you up real nicely.
An apple.
It's already been mentioned.
It's already been mentioned.
Oh, Christ, hang on. Was I listening?
The twisted taters are your veggie option at Mardi Gras.
Oh, come on, Universal. For God's sake. This is ridiculous.
I laughed hard. I know they were laughing. Yeah.
Oh.
And I felt bad for one of the girls there because a little side story on that. When Lee had asked me, so I go up to the tent and I go to ask one of the booths. The chef wasn't there at the time, but the girl, working there, I was like, hey, do you know if any of these items are vegetarian? And obviously they have a little menu book because they want to make sure that they're getting a vegetarian item.
Yeah.
And she had told me, she's like, well, the red beans and rice with shrimp, you can ask for that without the shrimp. And that's a veggie item. And it's just rice and beans, right?
Yeah.
And she's
plain.
like, she goes, 100%, that's a veggie item. I know for sure because I'm vegetarian. I don't eat any meat whatsoever. I'm like, okay. She seemed pretty passionate about that. So I took that at face value. When we were leaving, for some reason, Alexa was like, I'm going to ask guest services. I'm just curious if that's the only veggie item that they have here. When she went up there, they actually pulled the whole menu item thing for every single, piece to see what it's cooked with, all the gluten allergies, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And that's when she came back with, it's just a twisted taters because the red beans and rice is cooked with some beef broth or something like that.
Right.
So technically it's not, veggie in that aspect.
Yeah.
So
See, that doesn't bother me as much.
Yeah, but that poor girl who doesn't eat any meat eating that red beans and rice thinking it's vegetarian and it's not.
yeah.
Oh dear.
So they need to up their vegetarian game.
In this day and age, there's no excuse for it. You're excluded.
But
Probably a third of your
do
population.
you think if you went to New Orleans, they'd have vegetarian options?
You think they don't have vegetarians down there?
I bet they don't have it because the whole thing of it is seafood. So
Yeah, but some people are vegetarian not just because, we've got morals and things like that. Some people are vegetarian for medical reasons.
you can have the shrimp and sausage po' boy and just ask them to put the shrimp and the sausage on the side. You can have the chicken.
It's like a bread bun.
Yeah.
With the slaw.
Yeah, there you go.
Slaw.
Anything can be vegetarian. You just take the meat out of it. So I'd like
firm believer in
I'd like
karma.
a bowl of crab etouffee, please. But can you put the crab on the side?
Just give me the etouffee.
Yeah,
bowl.
just the etouffee.
That was a fun word to say all weekend long.
It is, yeah. I
Yeah.
must admit, I've had fun
I
saying
love
it.
saying it.
Excuse me, can I have some etouffee, please? But yeah, you would have thought they would have some sort of other option other than a crappy twisted tater.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. As
It's
for
it's rustled like stir fries and stuff like that. I know it's not very Mardi Gras, but yeah, that's disappointing.
Again, I mean, you look at how much the food offerings have been expanded this year.
Yeah.
So it's still a learning curve.
Yeah.
So
Maybe we need some more feedback going to guest services.
Yeah, definitely. I even told them when we were kind of circling the booths, because you're waiting there for your food, you just kind of get into a conversation with the people working there, and there was a lot of managers around too, like overseeing everything. So they're really on top of that. And I think I even told like randomly, like one of the ladies I was having a conversation with, how this is really cool, and that they should set this up for like a season, like a food and wine event at Universal. Spread the booths out around. You have the lanyard and do one of these things. I mean, everybody loves eating.
Yeah.
Something I've been saying for a long time, actually, about
that you love eating.
Well, yeah. But, I've been saying about needing the food and wine. Because I was saying to you, wasn't I? It's something I'm currently working on. I thought it'd be a bit of fun on the Facebook page would be to create our own virtual food and wine
festival
event within the parks. So that'll be coming shortly.
See, I'm not going to get down on them too much for Mardi Gras, because it is only a limited time event, and they're only just now really starting to introduce vegetarian items throughout the park.
Because vegetarianism is so new.
As it is. Yeah, but it's becoming more the norm now, though, isn't it?
Exactly, but it's been
but it's still only a limited time event.
Over 40.
Popular.
Yeah.
It's a popular thing, is it?
Yes, it's popular.
It's not popular.
What is it then?
It's a way of life for people.
It's
you can't
lifestyle,
say it's popular.
It's a lifestyle. It's a choice people are making.
Yeah, then you have a choice to get something from Mardi Gras or not.
Doesn't really sit well in this day and age.
Tough.
It's not tough.
It is tough. They don't have to. They don't have to.
No, they don't have to, but it would be nice.
And I'm sure they'll get there.
Yes, okay. You're the one that's got this heated, not me.
No, I'm not. I'm just, I'm sure they'll get there. But unless people let them know, they're not.
Exactly. People need to.
They do.
To leave feedback.
But in, a polite, responsible way.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. As I say, you catch more flies with honey.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So was that my surprise?
Well, there's only twisted taters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
As for the food, the drinks, I did not have any of those mixed drinks just because they're way too sweet.
So they sound like right up my street.
There you go. You can have all three: Raging Vicious, Voodoo, Carnival cocktail. So yeah, we didn't have any of those. I know Alexa tried the bog water, I think it was called.
Oh yeah, the Bayou bog water.
Yeah. She liked it. It was okay.
That's the one with the boba balls in it, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
They're not vegetarian either.
No, I'm not a fan of them anyway. I find them a bit weird. It's a texture thing.
I've never had them. I think I said when we had Maddie on that I got talked out of getting the what's the one in Diagon Alley called?
The Fizz.
Fishy green ale.
Fishy green ale. Yeah, I got talked out of getting fishy green ale by a team member, no less.
That's funny. Yeah, the other thing that's been mentioned before, the mimosa bar. The weird thing about that is it doesn't open till 4 p.m.
All right.
And the reason why I think it's weird, because mimosas are linked to brunch, and brunch is like day. So it's kind of weird, but it's nice to see them opening up Cafe La Bamba. And, we just kind of walked in there, just kind of look around, and they had like 8 different flavor, or 8 or 10 different flavor mimosas. So if that's your thing, go brunch it up.
I'd try them.
Gives me heartburn. So I can't. I don't mind. I've got a bottle out the back.
Did you happen to step into Voodoo Donut, Chris, and try their beignet donut?
Did I tell you this story already or no?
No.
No. Yeah, we went to go day one and go get the Voodoo Donut.
Uh-huh.
I know what's coming here, because you're going to have the same experience that Tim Tracker did.
Yeah.
Sold out.
Sold
couple
out?
days prior. They didn't have any more. They're like, oh, we don't have the ingredient. We're missing like
Sprinkles.
1 or 2
Sprinkles.
Yes.
Yeah.
That. And we were super bummed. because like for us, it's almost like a joke now that every time we go there, we go right before or right after. So like we've been trying to get the pins every time we go. Oh, the pins, they just ran out yesterday.
All right.
Oh, of course.
Great. So now when we went during Grinchmas, we went to go get the Grinch donut. Yesterday was the last day we had it because we ran out of whatever. So
I'm not being funny, but to know how long these things are running for.
I
You know,
wish.
But do they?
It's not. Well, yeah, they know the dates for Grinchmas.
They
know
don't
the dates
necessarily
for.
know they're running it for the full thing, though.
Well, they should be. People have expectations, and I'm not being funny, but things like sprinkles don't go off.
Apparently they do.
And there is a Walmart down the road, and I've seen the colour of those sprinkles. I'm pretty sure there's Mardi Gras colours.
And they were
Yeah.
also missing, if I'm not mistaken, the jelly that they put inside because it was different. Because the only reason why I know this is because we were kind of, we got into a conversation. Again, we talk too much to people, I guess.
Yeah.
But we got into a conversation with the manager that was there, one of the guys that looked like a manager. And we were just laughing with him because we told him the same thing. We're like, oh, this is hilarious. Every time we come, we can never try the seasonal donut. And he was super cool. He's like, hey, you know what? Come over here. And we pulled us to the side and he went to the back and he basically went to go try and make the donut, like one-off donut. He goes, it's not going to have the right color for Mardi Gras on there. But, obviously we want to take a cool picture, but I go, we'll eat it. You can eat a donut as well. It's not just for a picture. So we went to go do that. And then he came back. He's like, we're missing the colored sprinkles and the jelly that we use inside there. I'm like, all right, man, no worries. We're not meant to eat this. Thank you, though.
That's really nice that he tried.
Yeah,
that is above and beyond.
Shout out to Voodoo Donuts for doing that.
So even though you didn't get what you wanted,
he still made the effort. Yeah, that means a lot.
You kind of came away with something, even though it was the donut. Did you get a replacement donut though? Did you have a second choice?
We didn't, only because we had the lanyard and we were, Yeah,
it was Mardi Gras or nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's a shame.
Cool.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for next year now. I can't wait to go and experience it for ourselves.
Less than a year.
I am going to stuff my face. We will be annual pass holders. Hopefully this tasting lanyard will still be there. And
I was just wondering whether we're getting 3 of them.
No. $180? I don't think so.
So we're just going to starve the child.
She won't eat any of it anyway.
She'll eat
She won't
twisted
eat
taters.
50. Well, no, because they're not part of the tasting lanyard.
There you go.
She'll eat the cake.
She'll have to eat 8 cakes and 8 king cakes and 7 beignets. She probably would.
I was going to say, can you see her fusing that?
Yeah, she probably would.
Yeah. Well, don't be surprised if you see the lanyard during Horror Nights this year.
That'll be all over that.
Especially you look at, because they really upped the game with the food for Horror Nights last year with all the Stranger Things stuff. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Excellent. Cool.
Yes.
Right. Well, I guess that's going to do it for our kind of epic Mardi Gras adventure.
Yeah, thanks for taking one for the team, Chris.
Yeah.
You know what? Doing the hard work for you guys. It's okay.
You can have a rest next year. I'll do it.
Me too.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I've really enjoyed that show, so I hope everybody else has as well.
Wait.
Right. So, for Lee, for Chris, and myself, this has been episode 342 of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast.
And let the good times roll.
Cut, print, that's a wrap for another episode of the unofficial Universal Orlando podcast. Never miss a show by subscribing on Apple Podcasts and leave us a rating and review while you're there. Not an Apple user? You can listen on Stitcher, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, or your podcatcher of choice. Email us any questions or comments to podcast@uuopodcast.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. Keep up with the latest news, rumors, and updates on our blog at uuopodcast.com. Thanks for listening. See you next week.